Been going on in the early heats, but two facts have emerged from the qualifying races. Firstly, Alvas Weisbach, former champion from West Germany, unbeaten, and his nearest rival, Karl Mayer, has dropped 1 point to Peter Collins, who's looked good for England in his qualifying races. So as we approach the final stages of this World Long Track final, there is the leaderboard. Weisbach clearly in the lead on 15 points, Mayer breathing down his neck, Peter Collins and Egon Müller still in touch on 12 points each. Remember, they carry 4 of these points into the semis and the final. So we are moving into the first semi-final, and as the riders come out of the pits, we look across the line. Remember, 6 in a race, and it's 3 laps. Weisbach's in the yellow helmet colour. Müller is on the far outside in the white and black striped helmet colour. And we get a much clearer picture of them there, right across the line. Nielsen on the inside, Gilgen Reiner next to him, Micheneck's in white, Weisbach's in yellow, in green it's Marcel Gerhardt, this interesting Swiss rider, and on the outside it is Egon Müller. So the first semi-final, the Germans, of course, still very, very much in touch with the title. Weisbach hasn't been beaten. We'll watch for him in yellow. And the very fast-starting Egon Müller, experienced 33-year-old, 3-times champion. He's right on the outside as they come under starters' orders. And away they go, and it's Micheneck first to show. As first, as Müller's come across the field, so too has Weisbach, and Müller goes clear. And Micheneck took an awful knock going up to the first corner. It's dropped him right back to last place. Egon Müller has gone clear. Weisbach is after him. Gilgen Reiner's moved into 3rd place, so the Germans beginning to dominate. And Egon Müller has gone clear, and he really takes some catching, this lad, when he gets in front. There is Müller. Where is Weisbach? He hasn't dropped a point. Weisbach has got a lot of ground to make up, and it isn't the easiest thing in the world to come from behind at this form of motorcycle sport. The machines are very, very quick, 100-mile-an-hour plus. They really screw it all on here. Müller is a very experienced exponent of the arts, of course, 3-times champion, comes from Kiel, pop singer in the West German charts, on song at the moment. And if he can just stay in front, it means certainly he'll go into the final, still in with a chance of snatching the crown. Weisbach will drop a point if they stay this way. That will open it up and means that Mayer could catch up and pick up the leeway that he lost with the point he dropped to Peter Collins. Here's Müller still going strong. Very lightweight little guy, and of course weight displacement at this sport is important. And he really is going away. Here is Egon Müller. And Weisbach getting up for flourish right on the line. Still, his attack has come too late. Müller wins it. 2nd place was Weisbach. In 3rd place it was George Gilgen Reiner. But the Germans again look like they're beginning to dominate this World Long Track final. Well, the start was important in that semi-final, and it's going to be interesting to see this. Watch for Micheneck on the inside, in the middle of the picture there. You can see he gets away. Here comes Müller. Now watch for Weisbach in yellow and black, because it looked like he clipped me. Yes, he did. He clipped Micheneck. That put Mitch out of contention. Let the Germans go clear. Müller gets away. Weisbach creeps into 2nd place, but Micheneck has every right to feel a little bit aggrieved about that one. Second semi-final, some old friends and faces here. Ivan Major on the inside, Karl Mayer knowing that he can make up ground. Peter Collins is in the white helmet colour in grid 3. Then on the outside we have got Hack, Olsen and Betzel. Betzel right on the outside of our picture here. So Collins, who's on a very fast machine, he was the fastest in practice. Here we go, the 2nd semi-final. And Major is impatient on the inside, the old campaigner. Might be trying to con them there. Here we go again. Major to watch for on the inside. Mayer's next to him in blue. Then Peter Collins. Those are the 3 to look for. Collins is reared and has not made a good start. Mayer has had an absolute flyer from the grid 2. And Ivan Major creeping round the curve. Crafty piece of cornering from the old campaigner. Takes him into 2nd place. Where is Peter Collins? Out of our picture. As Mayer at his goes clear. It really was a tremendous start. Loses his helmet cover there. And he's going strong. And we look back down the field. Peter Collins is creeping up into 3rd place. There is Major. Collins is up into 3rd place. Just got a glimpse of him there as Mayer stretches away. Mayer got Major in 2nd place. Collins is 3rd with a lot of ground to make up. So there is Karl Mayer with Birmingham in British Speedway, although this week he was sacked by his boss Dan McCormack because he wanted to come here to Denmark to prepare for this long track final. He was, of course, the champion in 1980. Last year's champion was Michael Lee, who sadly for him was unable to qualify this year through an injury. He was England's first ever winner of this crown. This is Mayer. The Germans, of course, with a terrific tradition at this discipline of motorcycle sport, and Mayer really is going away. And of course he knows that a win here will put him on level point standing with Weisbach in the final, and it doesn't look as though he is going to make any mistakes at all. Over the line into the final on level terms. Major is second, Collins is third. They all go through to the final, and now Carl Mayer, number 16 on his back, but with 19 points, goes into that final with every chance now of snatching the World Long Track crown for the second time. Let's just have a look at that start again, and we'll see that Collins there in the white helmet kind of rears, and just look at the ground that Carl Mayer makes up to the corner. He's about 10 lengths clear as they hit the corner. That really is acceleration. Ivan Major, putting all his experience to use in his 42nd different world final, creeps around the inside. Good line, crafty line, but no stopping Mayer. He's well set for home already. So here are the 6 finalists with their points standing. You can see it looks like developing into a dogfight between Weisbach and Mayer, with Egon Müller, who conceivably could snatch something here if the other two make mistakes. There's the lineup. Collins is in the green helmet colour, England's only finalist. There he is right out there in the green helmet. We won't like that helmet colour very much, superstitiously. We look for Weisbach on the outside. He's in the white and black striped helmet colour. And Mayer, crucially, has drawn the inside grid. He is in red, and that could be important. So we settle down for the final. We will look for Mayer from the inside. We will look for Weisbach, and we will look for Müller as they get away. And Weisbach tried to rush the tapes, and he was left, and it's let Carl Mayer go clear. And Mayer swings right out wide. Gilgenreiner is second at the moment, as Müller tries his move up for second place. But there is Carl Mayer. The mix-up at the start allowed him a clear run up to the corner, and he is really setting sail for the World Long Track Championship title. Here's Mayer. Müller has moved into second place. Weisbach is third. Screaming down this home straight, 100 mile an hour into the corner. Carl Mayer really took advantage of what was a ragged start. It'll be interesting having a look at it again, because it looked like Weisbach tried to rush the tapes. It caused the outside grids to be left. Mayer, of course, importantly, had drawn grid 1. He went clear, and it looks like there's no catching him now. And of course, one of the riders affected by that ragged start was Peter Collins. He was out in the 5th grid, nearest to Weisbach. He was left. Collins has moved back up into 4th place, which is quite interesting, and a good effort from him. Just not quite quick enough. The Germans have really carved it up again. They're going to finish 1, 2, 3. Although Müller's in 2nd place here, in fact, his earlier accumulated points not sufficient to allow him to overtake Weisbach. And Mayer is going to win it. Carl Mayer takes the World Long Track crown for the 2nd time in 3 years. Müller is 2nd in the race, but 3rd overall. Weisbach, unbeaten up into the semis, finishes runner-up. And there is Carl Mayer, and the Germans continue their stranglehold on this world crown. Mayer salutes the crowd. Look at the start again. Now look for Weisbach on the outside. You see, he touches the tapes, and it really did mean a ragged start. It was unfair. Peter Collins was left there, and Carl Mayer just had enough horsepower on the inside to get to the corner first. And that really was where this long track final was won and lost. Mayer in front and setting sail, looking well set now, taking advantage of really a pretty dodgy old start. So Carl Mayer comes in to collect the crown, worth a lot of money on the continent. Weisbach is in 2nd place. Peter Collins creditably finishes 4th overall. But some consolation for Britain is that if the men didn't quite measure up, the machines did, because both